Good afternoon, guys, and happy Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces. Oh my goodness, guys. I've had one of the most traumatic days of my entire life today. Oh my gosh, guys. I still, can't even believe what happened, honestly. This morning, I woke up early. I was up at 9:30-ish. I got out of bed, I think, 10 o'clock, which was good. I got up and, actually, my mom woke me up this morning because she had to take Matthew to the doctor's, actually, because he actually does have strep throat, and my mom has bronchitis, I believe. So I think they might have been sicker than I was as well. I mean, I don't think I had any of that, only because my symptoms didn't last that long. Regardless though, so my mom took Matthew and her to the doctor this morning, and so she woke me up and was like, Haley, you gotta take care of the puppies. I was like, okay. So I took care of the puppies. I was up early. I did a load of laundry. I got dinner in the crock pot, everything like that. I was pretty much done by about 11 o'clock or so. And then I came in my room. I did my work for today and then watched a little bit of YouTube. I had some coffee. And then probably about noon-ish or so, my mom and Matthew got home. My mom went and laid down on the couch because, again, she wasn't feeling well. And Matthew was upstairs. And all of a sudden, I hear my mom screaming, and I hear the puppies. And I was like, what the heck is going on? And so I real quick ran out there, and Charlie had Bravo's collar stuck on over his front teeth, his canines stuck over his teeth, and was choking Bravo, and we couldn't get his collar off of him for probably about, it seemed like it was way longer. It was probably about 2 or 3 minutes. And the way it was, though, was actually the front of his collar, luckily. So he wasn't, at first he was choking, and then my mom was, freaking out. And I'm, trying to stay as calm as possible. Bravo's face was, turning, purple. His eyes were, bugging out. He's, he can't breathe. His mouth is just open. They're drooling all over themselves. They started pooping themselves while we're holding them. Oh my gosh, guys, it was a nightmare. Finally, what I was able to do was Matthew held both of them together because, again, we can't separate them because we couldn't get, it was so tight on Charlie's teeth that we couldn't get it over his teeth, and we couldn't get the collar off Bravo's neck. So we ended up, and they were just, play fighting with each other, and then all of a sudden they just got stuck on each other. And so it ended up where Charlie, I ended up being able to, like I said, Matthew was holding both of them, so I could see into Charlie's mouth. I got a pair of scissors and was able to, saw off the collar that was stuck in between his teeth. And I think I ended up, possibly cutting him. I was so scared I was going to, cut his tongue off or something like that. I was terrified. But I was like, okay, if I don't get this off of him, Bravo's going to suffocate and die. And it was so terrifying. I, couldn't even believe it, and I just kept going, don't look at Bravo, because his face was killing me, and I just kept going, don't look at Bravo, just focus on what you need to do and get it taken care of. So I think, like I said, I might have cut possibly or something like that Charlie's lip or his gums or his tongue or something like that, because I was, like I said, I was finally able to get that off of him. That ended up happening, and then we real quick, Bravo's fine. He's, coughing, but he is breathing and everything like that, and Charlie was, fine afterwards. And, I think for him it was just more of, a terrifying thing. For Bravo, he was, choking. And so, like I said, I might have ended up getting Charlie or whatever. So we took them to the vet right away after that ended up happening to make sure that Bravo, was, didn't have a broken neck or, broken any bones or anything like that. He didn't crush his windpipe or, any of that kind of stuff, that he was fine. He was still breathing. He's been coughing up a little bit, but, overall he's been pretty good. And he, we took, just to make sure too, there was no broken teeth on Charlie, because again, that the thing was just so stinking tight on his, over his mouth. I can't even describe to you guys how it looked like. Basically, it was the bottom, Bravo still had the collar around his neck, and then Charlie had it up over here, the bottom of his jaw was stuck like this. And so Bravo's head's back here, and Charlie's bottom jaw was on that, and we had to make sure, like, obviously there's no, Charlie didn't, like, dislocate his jaw or break his jaw or, like, anything like that, broken teeth, any cuts or scrapes or anything like that, because when I was trying to cut the piece of the leash that was, or the collar that was stuck in Charlie's mouth, I ended up having to, like, pry his jaw open because he kept trying to want to close it. So I messed up my thumb today. I mean, I got it all scratched up and bit up and stuff like that. I mean, they're still little puppies, so I mean, they don't have super strong jaws or anything like that, but I mean, he did a number on my thumb today, and 2 just scratched wise on the back of my hand from, I don't know if that was like teeth or if it was just scratches or what it was. So yeah, we took them to the vet and everything like that, and they were like, oh, nothing's wrong with them. They're completely fine. There's no broken anything. No, the vet only said, like, possibly, Charlie, maybe even Bravo too, might have a little bit of trouble chewing, dry foods and stuff like that. Just give them wet food. And that Bravo has an eye infection, apparently, which I kind of noticed too, because I noticed his eyes have been really goopy lately. So she was like, yeah, other than that, we'll just give you some eye drops and you're good to go. So they've been home and they've, had water and stuff like that. But it was so terrifying. I mean, there was poop everywhere because they were scared themselves ridiculously crazy. And when I came in there, like, I had tried to pick them up and I was like, what the heck? Why are they attached to each other? Like, I thought they were just fighting, and my mom was just freaking out about it. So I went to go pick them up and I was like, they're attached, like, and we couldn't pry them off of each other. And then, my mom said too, like, but I didn't see it when I came in there, but they were just, like, rolling and trying to, like, get unstuck from each other and stuff like that. It was ridiculous, guys. I've never experienced anything that was so terrifying. And on top of that too, like I said, like, Bravo's face was, like, turning purple and his eyes were, like, bugging out, and, like, his ears, like, you could tell too, because I mean, his ears are, pink on the inside. They were, like, purple, and he's, like, making all these weird noises. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, and my mom's like, he's gonna die, and I was like, Mom, you're not helping the situation. Like, just, like, let me take care of this. And, like I said, thank God Matthew was home today, because I think if it would have just been me and my mom, like, I mean, even too, I was thinking, like, if they had still been at the doctor when something like that happened, I don't know what I would have been able to do. Like, I'd be all by myself. So, oh my goodness, guys, it was terrifying. Our dogs are no longer having collars. They are only having harnesses. And I told my mom that too earlier, because, like, with Ike, even too, he had, like, a choke collar, and so it was always really, like, even if he didn't have his choke collar on, no matter what, he always, whenever he'd go on walks or anything like that, he always be, like, doing that, like, dog, like, can't catch their breath kind of thing. So we moved him over to a harness, and I told my mom, like, it's probably the best idea for especially smaller dogs to have harnesses and not, collars, because it's, I don't know, just personally with Ike especially too, I never liked having collars, and because too the puppy's collars were so thin, I think that's why it got stuck. Whereas if it had been, like, a thicker, longer collar, it wouldn't have probably happened, but we still have, like, little puppy collars for them. Oh my gosh, guys, it was just terrifying. And it was just, like, I can't even believe it happened. And on top of that too, when we brought them in, like, my mom gave them the papers and everything like that, and they were going over all the stuff, and they found out, we actually had no clue, but today was actually the puppy's six-month-old birthday. So yeah, they're a half a year old exactly today, and they went, we wouldn't have known that, but it was just like, I can't even believe that happened today. It was ridiculous. And apparently this isn't, like, a completely isolated incident, because my mom actually said that 2 people commented on my grandma's friend commented on her Facebook, and one of my mom's friends, that it had happened to, I think, someone's, like, lab or something like that, and another set of dogs when they were puppies, that the same thing happened. And one lady said there was just, like, blood everywhere. I think maybe they might have broke a tooth or something like that, but I still, like, I can't even believe that happened, guys. I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, like, I'm gonna get all this stuff done. Like, it was 9:30, like, I had this whole plan of, like, everything I was gonna get done, and, like, write it in, like, noon or so. It was just, like, this horrible experience that I was terrified. Oh my gosh, it was, like, it was ridiculous, guys. I can't even, like, I'm still in shock. I just don't even know how something like that happens. Like, a complete freak accident. Like, I would have never thought that, like, because like Charlie's like jaw is so like long that it was able to just perfectly like fit over those 2 teeth and couldn't get it off. And yeah, I can't even believe it. And then too, like that nothing was wrong with them afterwards, like that we were able to get it taken care of. But yeah, like I said, just that, I mean, we're gonna give them soft food tonight so that hopefully they won't have too much trouble eating or chewing or anything. And Bravo's got eye drops for his eyes. That was the completely other incident that didn't even have anything to do with what happened today. But oh goodness, guys, yeah, we've got football in just a little bit. It's about 3 o'clock right now. I just need to go take a nap. Like, I can't even believe that happened. Like, and on top of that too, like, I have so much adrenaline because, like, from what happened, it's just, I can't, I can't even believe it. It was crazy, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go chill out a little bit before we have to leave for football practice. And, like, I can't even, the thing is, like, I can't even sit here because I'm still like, what just happened? I was like, are they both okay? And, like, oh my gosh, like, it feels like it's like a nightmare or something like that, but they're okay, which is like, oh my, I can't even believe it, honestly, guys. I don't know how something like that happens. And like my mom was saying too, it would only be something like that that would happen to us, because we always end up with like the freak accidents that end up happening, and like that kind of stuff happens all the time to us. Like, I don't even know, but it's ridiculous, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go, like I said, I need a good 2.5 hours right now. Chill out before football practice. Relax a little bit because, again, I think I almost had a heart attack. I'm sure my puppies did. They're taking a nap right now because they definitely deserve that. But I can't even believe it, guys. Are you alright, baby? Yeah, and there's my Bravo. Oh, you guys feeling so much better? Yeah, you guys feeling better? Huh? Oh, bless, your ears flipped upside down. Are you checking them out, making sure? Do they smell like the vet? Oh my. She's like, get down. I'm trying to figure out what happened to you. What happened to you? You still ready to play? You still ready to play? Oh, you're checking him out. Is he okay? He's checking himself out too. Yeah. You were so scared for them. I know you were. You were trying to get them apart and could not figure out what was going on. Yeah. Why are you angry at him?
I thought she was trying to pick him up by the scruff of the neck with the mama down.
Are you sneezing? Does he smell like cat or another animal? He was at the vet.
Doggies there today.
Yeah. Little Bobby.
Hi, Bee.
Oh.
Hi, Bee.
There you go. Bushy, making sure you're okay. Yeah. Oh my. We got back from football practice a little while ago. It's like 10:30 right now. Guys, my head hurts, honestly. With all the drama with the puppies today, I didn't want to go to football and have drama, and the last like 30 minutes to like 45 minutes of practice was a little drama filled. With one of our players who, honestly, some of these kids, it's like you can't correct them. Like, they have a problem with it. I'm like, really? And like, you're not gonna make it in high school, kid. Like, oh my gosh, Matthew's coaches were evil. And like, not evil, but like, they just did not put up with a quarter of like even a sliver of what these kids get away with. And like, it's ridiculous. And like, today this kid just like outright defied one of the coaches who told him to go do push-ups because he literally, there was no effort. And like, he was, I think, embarrassed because he fell on his face because he wasn't in the correct position, because he wasn't doing the drill right. So then he was like, no, I'm not going to do them. And then he said like something to the coach, and then was like, said something about like his kid. And I was like, really? Like, and this is just one kid that we keep having problems with over and over and over again. And I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say anymore, guys. I'm over it. And then on top of that, too, that was with my group, the group I was with. And, like, I was trying to be kind of encouraging, but I think he took it, like, negatively. And I think, again, because he was embarrassed of what happened earlier. And then, so he was, like, had the problem with our group. And then with my dad's group, the group of kids that they were with, those kids, like, all his linebackers and secondary, basically, he was working with, all were just, like, goofing around the whole, like, their whole 18 minutes or whatever, because we had 4 sessions. The first one was whiteboard, the second 2 we did tackling, the third one we did, like, some other type of, like, I worked with the linemen and firing off. We were actually shooting the gaps, aiming for hips, stuff like that. And, like, when we were doing that, that's when I had the one problem with the kid who was actually with the other coach. And like I said, I said something, and then the coach, and maybe he just thought like we were riding him, but like the way I said it was very encouraging. I was like, you had a really good game against, you know, the team 2 weeks ago. I was like, last week we didn't see you. I was like, put in the effort here, you know, work harder. And like, and the other coach too is like a very positive guy, and so like he was just so rude and so disrespectful. But regardless, then the group my dad was with, like I said, all the secondary and stuff like that, they were just talking and gabbing and stuff like that. So my dad was like, he went off. He was livid today, which it was just, yeah, the practice wasn't very good. So we'll see. My dad said, he goes, if we give up, I don't even remember what he said. Not if we give up a touchdown, but if we don't do what we are supposed to do, and we the stuff that we went over, like today in practice and stuff like that, while the kids were goofing around, he goes, if we screw any of that up, we will be running for more than half the practice on Monday. I was like, there we go, finally, someone with a little backbone, because I'm sick and tired of yelling at them. Like, I'm the meanest coach probably out there, because I'm yelling at them all the time, and like I feel like they're not even getting it anymore just because I keep yelling so much. But yeah, honestly, I'm just like, I'm done with the goofing around and stuff like that. And there's so many times though where like I don't even know how to correct them anymore. It's crazy, guys. But yeah, again, I don't know what it is. It's like, you know, like my dad was saying too, it's kind of not the culture, but like for all these years, they've had a coach that was just super lenient, let them get away with like anything and stuff like that. For all those gold kids and all the silver kids last year were just, it was a party every single practice. But like this practice, but with the gold kids, like they just had a coach that really was like, go do whatever you want kind of thing. So none of these kids are used to being disciplined like at all. And then we even have some of the kids too that are like normally disciplined were goofing around today, and I was like, what's even going on? So I'm just beyond annoyed. We'll see what happens on Thursday if they decide to change their attitude or not, but I don't know. We'll see. I will talk to you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. Honestly, guys, today I just need to go take a really long shower and then go to bed early tonight. But I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.